If you struggle planning, if you struggle setting goals and achieving goals, this video's for you. And I want to take a moment to reflect on the past year and prepare for what lies ahead for 2024. And I want to share with you a simple yet powerful exercise that changed my life. Let's take a couple of minutes to answer two simple yet profound questions. First, let's focus on the keep category. Think about the people, the habits, the places, the items that brought you joy and fulfilment in your life this past year. Next, consider leave behind. And in this category, reflect on the people, the habits and activities that drained your energy and didn't bring you joy in 2023. Anyone who knows me knows I carry around my trusty journal. Within my trusty journal, this is one of the exercises I do at the start of the year. I'll plan my full year ahead. And I start with this real simple exercise. You get a pen, piece of paper, and what you do is you list out in two columns. Column 1, you write down keep. In the keep column, you list those joy-bringing elements, leaving a space between each item. Like walks in the countryside, calls with my mum, taking the kids to school, date nights with Zoe. All these different little things that really brought you joy in 2023. Next, in the leave behind column, list all the things that didn't serve you, leaving space again for details. And this could be specific things such as draining colleagues at work, hangovers during the week, neglecting exercise, overly busy weekends. The list just goes on and on and on. Now write down why you want to keep or leave behind these things in the space provided, and be honest and as detailed as possible. Then the final step of this process, visualise how 2024 might look if you focus more on your keep column and less or none on the leave behind column. Imagine the positive changes. Now, if you really want to level up your game, the next 3 steps and we're done. So you've already done the hard bit. You've already, got rid of all the things you want to leave behind and listed that out and why you want to do it. And you've already listed out all the things you want to keep. But now it gets really exciting. So next, in your journal, take another page, and this goes underneath your keep and leave behind, and you write down 3 more columns. Column 1, you write experience. What are the things you want to experience in 2024? So for me, I want to experience taking my kids to school, having breakfast with Zoe and coffee with the kids, on the table. I want to experience my home being more spacious. That's why I've just, got an extension done. I want to spend more time in the garden. I'm going to be working on that. Other things I want to keep. I've been taking my son to see Manchester United. Not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of comments on this video around me being cruel to him. His choice. I want to go and experience that with him. And some of the things I really want to experience is just the drives to Old Trafford. The 2 hours in the car, what we're thinking about the day, what we think the team's going to look like, where we're going to go, what we're going to do. Also, I like taking my daughter ice skating. We go ice skating. I want to do that more this year. Each of my kids and my wife and me, we've all got our own bucket lists, and we list out different things we all want to experience. I want to keep making sure I've got quality time to experience them things with my family and my friends. And then next, you write another list, grow. So if you want to be the person that experience all them things, in your next column, your second column, you write down grow. What do you need to learn? How do you need to educate yourself? What skills are you missing? That can really take you up to that next level so you can be the person that's experiencing everything you've put in column. Then finally, one of my favourite columns, and this is how I got involved in Andy's Man Club. Third column is give. So if you're the person who's learnt all them skills that you need to learn, you're experiencing all these things, what are you going to give back to the world and who are you going to give it back to? And that's where I always put Andy's Man Club. And that's where I went and got involved and started giving my time. And I've got other things on there. I want to give more time to the university. I love working there. It just intrigues me, all the great stuff I get to do there. And it really is that simple. I call it my 5 to thrive. And then next you're going to be asking me, right, that's all great, Leon. So we've come up with a, plan. We've dreamed, we're going to get rid of some things, we'll leave some things behind. There's things we want to keep. There's new things we want to experience. We've got to learn, we've got to grow. We're going to give our time to different organisations or charities. I think things that are really key to your heart. How do we make the rubber meet the road? I'm going to do a more in-depth video on this, but I'm going to quickly go through it because it's super simple. I do use online digital productivity systems, but one thing that has been a stalwart in my arsenal has been my weekly journal. It's super simple. Again, piece of paper. And the way I start mine, really simple, on my journal, and I'll go through it, page by page. On the left-hand page, I sort of look at my week that's just passed, and I start with what are 5 wins from the week. And they can be little wins, tiny little wins. I met someone for a coffee. Anything that has brought you joy. It doesn't have to be a massive win. So I start off by listing out my 5 wins for the week. I then look at how I'm going to improve. What are 5 areas, 5 little things I could do to improve? Or, who do I need to say sorry to if I've, not giving someone the time, or I haven't been my best self. I really look back on how do I need to improve? What do I need to change? On my review, I look at 3 things that I did for me, because we're always busy, aren't we, doing things for everybody else and others. What 3 things have I done to move the needle forward, to do things just for me? So that's the week look, past, really simple. Then look at the week forward. I look at what are the habits that I need to maintain that help me be my best self. So one of them for me is Sunday journaling. I never miss a Sunday journal. I have to get out and walk, walk, talk, move, get to the gym. And meditation's a huge thing for me, making sure I take 5 minutes every day just to sit in silence. Meditation might not be your thing, but the reason it's called practice is because you've got to sit and practice, because we never want to sit and practice. But it might be for you, playing a piece of beautiful music, reading a book, just making sure you're disconnecting from this busy world. Next, what I then write down is 3 big things that I need to get done this week. 3 big things that are going to help me experience them things, maybe grow or give back to my causes that are really dear to my heart. And then after I've done them 3 big things, I sit and just ponder this one question. What's the game changer that I can do this week? One thing I can do, even if I spend 20 minutes on it, 30 minutes on it, what's the one thing I can do to really get me to where I need to be? Then I start looking at, what do I need to learn to achieve these goals, these rocks, this game changer? What is it I need to learn? Is there something I need to learn, something I need to call? What is it I don't know? And what is it I need to learn to really help me achieve what I've set out this week? Then I start looking towards the end of the week. What am I looking forward to? What have I got planned this week? The thing that's going to bring me joy and something I can really hone in on and drive towards. And then I look at, what can I delegate? Is anything on my list that I can't do? I ain't got the skills for. I might not be the best person for it. What can I get rid of to really drive and make sure I can achieve this as effectively as possible? And then my other page, really simple. On the other page, it's just an inbox. As the world goes by, people do drive-bys, ideas come up. I just list out different things that I might need to get done. And that may be because I can't get into my task list or my task manager. It just gives me a really good place to think. And then what I also use that area for as well is I try and track what I got done. So I don't try and fill up too much. I just try and track what I've got done. And then I'll just put on there my key meetings that I need to be at. It's all good. We've all got this, digital tech, and we're all connected. For me, when we're dyslexic, I really struggle. If I like to see what I'm doing, where I'm going, it just makes me get in tune with what I need to be doing and when I need to be doing it. So that's a quick look at how I plan my year ahead. I reflect on the year just past, and how I drive accountability in my next actions to make sure that I am living and experience all them things I set out and dream. I hope you've took something from this, even just one thing, and just set that intention, get a piece of paper, have a go, and I'm sure you'll be glad that you did. So that's Leon checking out. I hope 2024 brings you everything and more that you ever dreamed of. Speak soon.